for some people, any form of a kiss or a touch or
Uh-huh.
like a sexual text could like instantly put them in the thought of, oh, this means we have to have sex now.
Yep. You're so
So,
right. This is what pillow talk is all about. It's because so many people feel like, oh, if he touches me this way, or if she makes this joke, it's almost like that equals initiation.
mhm,
And when that happens, if you're like, well, I don't feel like having sex right now, or right now is not a good time, then they just start avoiding doing any of that, to where a hug, full body, where you're pressed up against each other is like, "Oh, I'm gonna avoid doing that," or a kiss that lasts longer than a peck, "I'm gonna avoid doing that. I'm gonna avoid having him see me naked when I get out of the shower. I'm gonna have her avoid, you know, I don't want her to see my morning erection because that's gonna feel like pressure to her." Like, there's so much that starts to feel like it's off limits, and before you know it, that's when you feel like you're roommates. That's when you feel like having sex is awkward. That's when you feel like you can't even watch a movie that has a sex scene because it's like, "Oh my gosh, we are so in our heads about this." And this
yeah.
is a very real thing for so many couples, and I can't wait to help them.
Yeah. Yeah, those are so many really good examples of how that can show up. And yeah, and I think so much of it is understanding where the other person's coming from, like understanding, okay, well, this person's reading this and interpreting it to mean I want to have sex with them every minute. And then on the flip side, oh, this person's probably feeling really rejected a lot.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
And that rejection can start to feel very hurtful. Now,
Mhm.
some people out there might be thinking, but what if my partner is initiating like every single day? Well, they can't, if you're in a monogamous relationship, which most people are still have that expectation of monogamy, then they can't get this need met by anyone else, not even themselves. I talk about how it can be very insulting and hurtful and even offensive to tell somebody who's, a bonding style such as yourself, like, "Oh, look, you could yeah, just go masturbate. Like, come on, leave me be."
Mhm. Mhm.
That is a rejection to the nth degree, and it that can be very hurtful. So being able to say, "I know that you want this, and I know that you want this right now, and I know that you asked me yesterday, and I know I'm gonna tell you no again today. But tomorrow, I'm going to put it on the calendar for myself and I'm going to make sure that I'm in the right headspace. And let's meet after we put the kids to bed. Let's do this."